you have got such passion for work that has to do with education globally is something that is just too special.
Absolutely. Yeah. And it can make a huge difference in this country as well. And I know that you're very much investing in your education, and I think we need to further that more. And we have lots of stories, and I know that I want to take some of the stories that you've written back home with me to treat to my children, because I think when we read stories of from other cultures, it also gives us a real feel of what that country's like,
Yeah.
A lot of times we get on the internet, we read about different countries, but we don't really get a feel of the country except by interacting with people or reading the stories that reading about their lives, about their families, So I've got a story here that's that I've written. It's actually was inspired by a little girl that I met from our part of the world, and she lived in a country that discriminates against girls, and where education for girls is not a priority, and she had a passion to go to school, and this is her story. I'm not going to read the beginning. This is just an excerpt from the middle. So the story is called Maha of the Mountains. The girl's name is Maha. The boys threw stones at her, shouting and jeering, "You have no morals." Maha struggled to hold back the tears from insults that stung more than stones. At last, her family's small playhouse. Gratefully, she closed the door behind her. Maha sighed. It wasn't even her first day. Imagine when she actually left the village to walk to school for the first time. The last few months have been exhausting. Fights with her father, ridicule from her brothers. Now the village boys had joined in. It seemed everyone was against her. Except for Mama. Mama had never been to school herself, but she had supported Maha, insisting to Baba that even a daughter deserved a chance to learn. "Maha, why do you never stop?" her father had barked over dinner. "Why all of this nonsense of going to school? You know we can't afford it." "But Baba," she begged, "I can work at night. I'll still sell my embroidery. And just think, when I can read, I can earn more money. Please, Baba, I promise, I promise." "All right, Maha," he said with a sigh, "but you have to pay your own way. I can't give you any money for books." "But Mama, I'll be careful. I don't care what they say. I can't wait to go to school. I can't wait to read and write. I want to be a teacher. And someday, Mama, I'll teach you how to read as well."
The cultural ambassador representing South Africa in many places. Not only is she pretty, but her voice is delicious. She's going to read a little bit of the story she's contributed to the big read.
I'm gonna just read bits and pieces of my story.
Okay.
Yeah, it's based on my life as a rural girl growing up in the country. Things that I went through and how books and nature saved my life. It was the sand at the bank of the stream that made me grasp the concept of the divine creator. It was this place that made my heart sing and dream. This place that made me understand that I was, and no one decided how I was. But it was my pact between me and my creator. I would sit on the banks looking at my reflection on the water and dream of how I would shape my world. I would dream that I was living in a dream, and one day I would wake up. I think I should end there.
That is so good. So, mina ngifuna ukukhuthaza abantwana bami ukuthi niye esikolweni, nifunde, nidlale nabazali mabekhuluma. You have to make sure that you empower yourself with education. It's a tool that nobody will ever take away from you.
But you can actually see the world. I've never been to Jordan, but I do know about Petra. Do you know why I know about Petra? Because of reading. Because of reading. Let's read, let's watch documentary.
And you guys might find yourselves, maybe not necessarily being king or queen, but you might find yourself in situations that you never dreamt you'd be in. And you might be facing challenges that you weren't prepared for. And that's why education is so important, because when you have a very strong education, then it really prepares you for anything in life.